I think if I found out today that I had 6 months to live, I would probably make sure that I spent more time with my wife and daughter.
I'd take my kids and my family, as much family that could go, and we'd travel.
Swim, just relax, have margaritas.
I've always wanted to bungee jump in the Grand Canyon.
I think I definitely want to skydive.
Probably give more. I'd probably go to homeless shelters, go to hospitals.
The first thing I would do is make sure that she had financial security.
Make sure that all of my final plans were in place for my family.
If I had 6 months, I would like to just stay where I'm at, out in West Texas.
Always tell my wife I'd like to stick around long enough to make her miserable, but
I would want to spend my final months at home.
To be with my family in a place that I love like this.
If my health wasn't good enough for me to be able at home, then I prefer to be in an inpatient hospice type facility.
I want to spend it with my family at a nice summer home.
My biggest concerns if I found out I had a terminal illness would be my family, my grandchildren, and their future.
I think if I had a terminal illness, my biggest fears would be how am I leaving the family?
That I didn't have to suffer, that I wasn't a burden to my family.
My concern is my daughter struggling. I don't want her to struggle like I did.
Being in pain, because I can't stand pain.
I have talked to my family about what my personal wishes are, and it's pretty much understood that I was always a simple person. It'll be a simple farewell and go on about life.
I've let my family, let my husband know, the things that I want to have happen.
no, we haven't really talked about my final wishes.
As far as how long I would want to be on a life support system, absolutely, not very long at all. Whether it be cremated, where I want to be sprinkled.
Yeah, my son, I've told him that if I only had a few months left, that he knows that I probably want to stay at home. I wouldn't want to go through a lot of medications and chemos and things like that.
Oh, I think it would probably be an excellent idea to write down your end-of-life wishes.
I do think I should write down my wishes and tell someone about my wishes, especially for my daughter.
The experience of the one-on-one encounter with the other person and that other counterpart, it makes it as like a moment, and it makes you just feel more bonded to the other person.
Suppose I can't speak, or for some reason, at least they know what I wanted to be done when I could speak. Or
It's really a bad thing to assume that people understand what your intentions were.
I haven't written my wishes down as of yet, but now that we're talking about it, it sounds like a good idea.
Come up with a plan that, so it's just not, you got 6 months and you hadn't planned anything.
Think about, what it is that you want to leave as a legacy.
It gives you a secure feeling, knowing your family knows what your wishes are.
When they know your wishes, they will honor them with no guilt.
Write it down and definitely communicate it to the family. And don't wait till the last minute.
It's like a gift that you gave them.